Hello, guys. Hello, girls. Hello, my friends. Okay, today we will speak about 5D consciousness. What does it mean and why it's important to know nowadays when planet Earth started to live on absolutely different frequency. Maybe you have heard about this, maybe no, but now we start to live in absolutely different time, in absolutely new epoch, and everything is changing. All rules of life on planet Earth is changing. And today I will tell you some rules, some maybe give you some understanding of what happens in your life last period, maybe last months or last few years, and why you may be not happy with everything what happening in your life right now. Like you try to do something, you want to do some actions, but it's not successful. Everything what you did before and it brought you to success, it doesn't work anymore. Maybe last months or years you have period of reset. What does mean period of reset? It's like a zero. You lose your old life. Thank you. I'm very good. I hope you too. You lose your old life. Your life start to be destroyed. Like you really lost. Maybe you have had relations before. Now your relations doesn't work anymore. Like something happens like very bad with your partner, or time to finish this. Maybe you had some business, but now it's becoming not successful. And does is the most important like sign. Doesn't matter what you do, it's nothing not help you. Everything what you knew before, and it could help you in business, in with the health. It can be some unpredictable problems with the health, and the sign that it happens like hello, it happens last years, last 2 3 years, or last few months, not mostly years. It's like unpredictable problems, and you cannot solve it in traditional way. I don't know, have you heard about this or no, but planet Earth started to live in Aquarius era. It started around 3 years ago. Now rules on Earth is absolutely changed. And through the topic of level of consciousness, I want to explain you what exactly changed and why now Earth and all people on Earth start to live through different rules. So before, all humanity lived on 3D consciousness. In the film Matrix, they show how it works. It's when you involve to the game and you're absolutely sure that it's truth. You believe that game that we play on Earth is truth. You absolutely involved to the Matrix. You do not see reality. You don't see what really happens and how Matrix and everything works in reality, and you from your heart believe that it's truth. You believe that some factors from outside, like example government, friends, your partner, something, can have the most important impact on your inner state. So people who live in 3D consciousness, mostly they have kind of victim position. They believe that they have problems in their life because of something from outside: government, country, war, people, friends, partner. It's people who live on 3D consciousness. These people, most of people still nowadays, in this condition, you will never be happy because you don't know yourself from inside. You don't have your inner support. You don't have self love. And you actually do not know how you work, how your energy work. Next, and you absolutely dependent on everything what happens outside. People who live on a level of 4D consciousness, these people slowly start to understand that, okay, everything what I have in my life actually depends not on people from outside, it depends on me. Like example, if I wake up in the morning and I have very good mood, my day will be successful. And even if something bad starts to happen, I will solve it easily because I have good mood. I have a lot of energy. I have very good energy. So for me, easy to solve any kind of problem. This is like a first look to 4D dimension, 4D consciousness. When you start slowly to understand that you are the reason of everything what happens in your life. And people who usually jump for 4D consciousness, they start to be interested in self-development, psychology, films like a Matrix, films, books about truth, how everything actually works. Because when you are on a 3D consciousness, for you, it's okay, just follow the game, follow these rules, and believe, like have a mm, like this covering on your eyes. When you don't see truth, you live in illusion. It's much easier, because when you live in 3D consciousness, you don't take any responsibility for your life. You don't take any responsibility for your emotional condition. You believe that because of something in the world outside, it can change your mood, and you dependent on everything around, but you do not manage and you don't control your mood and your level of your energy. People who start to live in 4D, usually they started to be interested in psychology, in self-development. They start to explore programs in them, and they understand that actually we are human being. We have few aspects. We have our soul, its connection with the God, and we have our body. This is actually like a robot. Our body is like avatar that have a lot of programs, and you live your life according to these programs. What do I mean when I say programs? Like example, people who struggling in relations, and you changed a lot of partners, and you had a lot of pain about relations. You met one person, it finished in a painful way. You in love with second person, again some pain, and person number three the same. Person who live in 3D consciousness will say, these people, they are so toxic partners, they humiliate me, they offend me. Person who start to live on in 4D consciousness, this person stop himself and understand, if I met one person, it finished bad, then I meet second person, it finished in the same way, then I met person number three the same, and person number four the same. This person like stop himself or herself and say, looks like problem not with these people, problem not like problem, it's like some specific in me. And then this person come to Alex Healing, or some psychologist, or some other guide, maybe not me, maybe other guide in energies, in guide in life, and this me or other person can help you to read what actually happens with you, your behavior, everything what you have in your life, everything what you achieve, it's a result of that combination of programs that you have. Like example, if person deeply believes that money is evil, because parents of this person teach this person that money is something bad, this person will never have enough money, because doesn't matter how much you work, doesn't matter how much you do your best, you deeply inside believe that money is evil. You will not want subconsciously to attract evil to your life. That's all. The same with relations. Usually people are very damaged from the childhood. Usually I suggest people to read book Steve Rotter, 12 Main Life Lessons. When you read this book, 12 Main Life Lessons, Spiritual Psychology, you start to understand that everything that you do in your life is like your soul learning some lessons. You learn lessons on planet Earth as a soul in your human body. So, what next? If you want to change your personal life and become happy, and don't meet toxic partners anymore who humiliate and offend you, you have deeply to work with yourself. You have to work with your inner traumas, inner problems, with everything what happened with you in a childhood, and something that put in your mind this program that you are not good enough for happy relations. Like example, from my practice, one guy, he because mostly I work with the gay people, so I will say example from, let's say, the gay life. It was a guy who grew up in a village, and he met one guy every summer. Like they were children, but they met and like had some love every summer. And then he said, like 1 year, something like this his friend came to the village only in summertime, because that guy was living in a town, and they met every summer. And one summer this guy arrived from the city, and even didn't want to say hi to this guy number one who was my client. And he said, I was so confused. And like after that, he never say hi, don't talk to him and ignore him. And this guy who was my client, he said, I looked to the window and this guy with whom he was in love, he played in a yard with other children, but he ignored me. And since that moment, this guy number one, who was my client, he got big trauma of rejection, and that's why he didn't understand what actually happens. Why, after a few years of, let's say, like childish love, he was rejected. And he supposed when he grew up, he like discovered this situation. Probably parents of that second guy discovered that they have love and just limited guy number two to talk to guy number one. But guy number one, he didn't know why it stopped, and he think it's because of him. In this way, in his mind, in his energy, trauma of rejection was produced, and then it's like was implemented to his energy. And since that moment, deeply inside, until we do some therapy, he didn't believe that he deserved to be loved just by himself. And always when he started to be in relations, he like automatically, subconsciously, he couldn't control it. He was afraid that this person whom he loved will reject him. And you know what is a miracle of our programs? Everything what you believe in or you're afraid of, early or later become truth. So from the start, this person with a trauma of rejection subconsciously have chosen partners who will reject him in the end. Like he automatically have chosen people who will reject him. Can you imagine? Because of this trauma. So when you start to live on 4D consciousness, you start to understand that everything starts from you. You just go to psychologist, to healer, rewrite your programs, and your life is changing. And master level, 5D consciousness. 5D consciousness is when your ego, your mental programs totally disappearing. You become like a channel of divine energy, and your mental sphere, your ego totally disappear. You don't have any like personality. You become just a, like, you know, when I jump to 5D consciousness, I felt that I become like a, let's say, like a mouse of the god. I become like a hands of the god. Like personality of Alex not exist anymore. It's like I just become connected, totally connected with the universe. I just feel natural flow, and I do any kind of behavior, any kind of actions just according to the energy flow in the universe. It's like right now I just sit, I enjoy, and I feel okay. I do live stream, and I spontaneously start to do it. It's like I surrender to impulses that I got from divine source, and I just channel it. Super successful people, like who become very successful, usually they like surrender, let's say, their life of their personality, like individual life, to the, let's say, like higher forces, you know, and just guide me, and I want to do my best through this body for the people. Like your life do not belong to you anymore. Your life belong to people for whom you do something. It's like you do it from your heart, you do it from your love, and doesn't matter what kind of programs you have, you become just pure channel of energy. And these programs, even if you have some programs, it stop to work in your life. Like these programs do not work in your life anymore, because you become pure channel of energy, and you just like become extremely connected, like 100% connection with the universe. It's absolutely, you live in absolute trust. You know that with you everything always will be good. You understand that you are a favorite child of God, and you are extremely important for this universe. It doesn't mean that you just lie down on a bed and do nothing. No, you do extremely a lot of actions, but you do these actions according to the voice of your soul, impulse of your soul, and you just channel it for the people, because it's like your life not belong totally you anymore. It's like your life for a lot of people. It's like, you know, you follow your mission, and you become very protected by God, personally by God, by universe, and you follow this mission in your life. This is very beautiful process. I suggest you to achieve this level early or later, because it's very beautiful life. This is real life, and you so much full of love. You start to understand like everything how it really works. You start to understand people much deeply, and you just surrender. You surrender to energy. It's like in the film Doctor Strange. Remember when he arrived to this monastery, this woman without hair, she said, you cannot control energy, but you can surrender to this energy, and then you can manage this flow. So you become like a channeler of universal energies, and this is very beautiful state of mind. And I suggest you to feel it once maybe in your life, or